Are we on? Hello, everybody. Bill Apter down here at Apter's Alley. A little bit disheveled tonight. It was a day off. I haven't shaved in a couple of days. That does not mean that I'm turning heel. I want to thank all of you so much for all the wonderful birthday wishes that you sent me. I'm just totally knocked out by your attention to wonderful Willie here. So anyway, I wanted to come down here in my disheveled outfit. This, back in the day when I used to go down to Georgia and shoot the matches at the City Auditorium and the Omni, always went to the Varsity. There, it was a great place. Loved it. Great. The best greasy everything, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Hey, I'm still alive, so it didn't hurt. The grease didn't get to me. Well, at least not yet. So it's October 25th, 2020. Hell in a Cell. Well, whew, you know what? I don't know what you thought of it, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. It went by. The matches were pretty long, but they were good. They really went slowly, most of them, and told some very good stories. In the kickoff match, it was the 24/7 title being defended by R-Truth against Drew Gulak, and R-Truth defended his title successfully, and then the Lucha Party and Tozawa chased him. We don't know what happened from there. Otis. Man, poor Otis. Poor Otis. He lost his Money in the Bank briefcase to The Miz. Now, Otis came out with his partner, Tucker, and Miz came out with John Morrison, and it looked like Morrison was going to interfere a bunch of times, and the referee told him to get out, go back to the showers or the dressing room, play cards, or do whatever you want. But in the meantime, as Otis was getting ready to finish off the Miz and retain the briefcase, Tucker, his best friend, took the briefcase and bam, knocked him out, and the Miz pinned him, and the Miz was like, nobody could believe it. And in the backstage interview later, so the Miz is now, he can cash it in whenever he wants to. So backstage, Tucker said, that they thought they were going to be a team, he and Otis. Otis can't live without him, can't do anything, but he wasn't team anymore. He was just Otis for himself. The evening opened up with, I couldn't believe this, the Hell in a Cell match between Roman Reigns and Jay Uso. And it was Uso getting destroyed during 90% of that match. Man, you get into it. It's like a movie. And I really felt for him for most of this. And by the time he got, the tar beat out of him, and even Paul Heyman was like concerned. But when you saw the Jay Uso came in to help him, his brother came in to help him, and man, Roman, he kept saying to Roman, "What are you doing? What are you doing? This is your family. What are you doing?" And Roman sat down on the mat, and he started to cry and get really emotional when he was looking at Jimmy Uso and what he had done to Jay. And they put their heads together, and then Roman Reigns grabbed Jimmy, and Jay Uso kind of woke up at that point and submitted, said, I quit, because he was hurting his own brother. And man, so as Roman Reigns went up the ramp, there to greet him was his uncle Afa and Roman's father, Sika, the original Wild Samoans, and they put the lei of tribal chief upon him. it was tough to watch. It really was. Now you remember the scoop that I had a few weeks ago, exclusive scoop, where my spies found out that Paul Heyman was dealing with Alpha and Sika, and that's how Heyman got to Roman Reigns. Huh? Scoop? Okay. Slapjack from Retribution. Slapjack got a shot at the United States Heavyweight Championship, wrestling Bobby Lashley, and he got his butt kicked too. And at the end of the match, Retribution all ran in, and then the Hurt Business came in, standoff. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that. I was very impressed with the Hell in a Cell match between Sasha Banks and Haley. I mean, and Bayley, not my daughter, not Haley. Sasha Banks and Bayley, the champions. Sasha Banks won the title. There were ladders, there were kendo sticks. It was, the two of them were perfect opponents for each other. And congratulations to both of them for a really, really fine, good, exciting Hell in a Cell match. Randy Orton is the new WWE champion. He beat Drew McIntyre in another excellent cage match, but there was one thing that didn't make any sense to me. Maybe you can tell me why. Randy Orton climbed the cage. The only way to win in this match was pinfall or submission. Randy climbed the cage and goaded the champion McIntyre to come up and climb up there, and he did, and they fought on top of there, and then Randy started coming down, and Drew started coming down, and he knocked Drew off, and Drew went through the broadcast table, and the end of it was excellent, where it looked like Drew was going to win, and Randy hit him with an RKO. Great dangerous spots during that match, but Randy Orton is the new, well, again, he's on top of the WWE, and I got to tell you something. And you can read more about this in issue 3 of Inside the Ropes magazine. It's not, issue 3's not out yet. They're just up to issue 2 on the stands right now. But I did an entire story, my column, because I saw every one of the Ortons in person and met every one of them. Grandpa Orton, Daddy Cowboy Bob Orton, and the Viper, Randy Orton. Yeah, so it's been congratulations to Randy Orton for becoming champion again. That's about it. Let me know what you thought of Hell in a Cell. I thought, like I said again, it was a good pay-per-view. And don't forget, yeah, you know I always do this, is Wrestling Fixed? You're right. I didn't know it was broken. The book and the audio. And by the way, somewhere in the next few weeks, I'm going to be coming to you with some big news about my one-man show that I did in person at a lot of places. I'm going to bring it to Zoom for probably maybe once a week for 15 people at a time, so we can interact with each other. But I'll show you incredible videos that you've never seen, including Office Championship Wrestling, Championship Office Wrestling. My video of dozens of wrestlers giving me the finger, some of my best interviews, and we can chat as well. And it will be a formal ticket and invitation. And again, for about 15 people per week until, and it's pretty much going to be the same show every week except for your questions. So I'll let you know when that's going to go. And I've got some other big things in the fire. So until next time, as I always end, is Wrestling Fixed? I didn't know it was broken. And I will see you at the matches eventually. Let me know what you thought, what you, all of you thought of Hell in a Cell 2020.